I can't believe they actually did it, but they did it. All the leaks, all the rumors, all the whatevers were true, and Halo Infinite Multiplayer dropped today in celebration of the Xbox 20th anniversary. Many of us downloaded it on the Windows launcher previously in anticipation it may actually drop today, and were unfortunately treated with the blue screen of death. So many of us, myself included, jumped over to check it out on Steam, and that's what I'm actually playing on right now is the Steam client. What I wanted to show you guys was a little bit of the customization, things you can expect to see coming forth from this. Now, a lot of this was already shown off in the beta. However, there have been some changes, and I'd like to highlight just kind of an overview of what you can expect. Halo has definitely entered into a modern era. They've borrowed a lot from Call of Duty, which, in my opinion, has been the gold standard in terms of character customization, weapon customization, and simplicity when it comes to unlocking new things. So, much like what Call of Duty has done, Halo has decided to not only go free to play, but they have also implemented a Halo shop, which you can see here includes the Season 1 Battle Pass entitled Heroes of Reach. Just a quick note about that. The Battle Pass system is going to be a little bit different than other Battle Passes where you have a certain amount of time to complete it. Once you buy this Battle Pass, it's yours forever. You can continue to unlock it, or if it takes you long enough and the Season 2 Battle Pass drops, you toggle between which one you want to actively apply your credit towards, which is a really smart idea. This way, it doesn't feel like there's such a rush. And if there are people which are going to be late adopters, I don't know why, but if you are and you're a little late to the game, you don't feel like you missed out on any of that content. I can tell you one of the most frustrating, annoying things about Halo, particularly, or Call of Duty rather, with the Battle Pass, is it forces you to play almost daily because you only have 60 days to grind out 100 levels, and it does take a long time. Thankfully, with the new implementation of the Halo Battle Pass, that feel of like I have to play today is long gone. I do appreciate that. And they also do have, by the way, as you can see here, some other things that you can pick up as well that are one-time purchases, whether they be unique pieces of armor, weapon skins, gears, whatever. Probably the one most people will be interested in is the Halo Championship Series, which is going to include the featured Halo Championship Series teams. You got Cloud9, Team Envy, a lot of them here. And you can pick up their specific color schemes as well. They also have individual logos for some of the teams as well. And right now, they're giving away the launch giveaway skin, which it's pretty cool looking. So make sure you go ahead and grab that because it's for free right now, part of the launch. But I think most people are going to be interested in the Battle Pass, Season 1 Heroes of Reach. And there are going to be different ways to level up your Battle Pass. Thankfully, 343, I think, has listened to a lot of our feedback because we did beta this system for quite a while, giving some insightful thoughts on the best way to progress your Spartan. So you're going to have dailies and weeklies, which ultimately culminate in the ultimate, which it's really cool. Your daily is most likely going to always be somehow related to completing matches. You can see I've already played 2 matches. That's why my daily is now up to number 3. Practice makes perfection 3. It seems like you will always get some sort of experience just for playing. However, there are also chunks of experience that will be provided as well for doing specific things like completing quick play matches. In this particular case, killing enemies with a particular weapon or a vehicle or something like that. Now, these do take time. If you can complete all of these in the week, you do get the ultimate as well. So a little bit of incentive here. I guess this is probably the most, I don't even want to use grind. These don't seem too difficult, but these are the things that they're going to be highlighting for you to specifically can do to earn additional rewards, which as well. All of that feeds into the Battle Pass system. Battle Pass system works with just by playing, you get experience. As you saw there, I have 400 whopping experience points. I got them so far from completing the Practice Makes Perfection and as well. But as you complete these challenges, you're going to continue to progress all the way through 100 levels of your Spartan. And these all are cosmetic upgrades that will allow you to change the way your Spartan looks. Some of them are as simple as emblems or visor colors, or in this case, it's a consumable item, allows you to swap out a challenge. By the way, you'll notice that some of the designations do say free across the top. Obviously, for people who aren't willing to pay the $10 to unlock the battle pass, these are the things you can expect to get along the way. So there are some rewards out there for people who do not want to pay extra for the battle pass. I totally understand. Unlike the Call of Duty battle pass, though, it looks like you're going to have to buy this one each new iteration. Call of Duty did include embedded CPs inside the battle pass, so it essentially paid for itself. Looks like the folks over at 343 are not taking that route, which it's fine as long as the content is good. I don't mind paying for it. But you see some of the upgrades here, consumable XP boosts, a lot of challenge swaps early on. You're also going to see some other things like different pieces of armor or different attachments to your armor here. It looks like a different chest armor accessory, like a radio or an ammo pouch. You'll see different things on the side, the gauntlets as well. Different poses, different types of, when you beat the match or when you're loading up the match, kind of what does your Spartan look like? There are AI cores in here. There are voices in here. Some of these are complete kits, so you just want to instantly look like Carter. Well, congratulations that you are now Carter A259 just by pressing a button. This is really cool. I like this. Even weapon charms. I mean, weapon charms have now made their way into Halo. How cool is that? I'm really digging what they're doing with the customization of your Spartan. And based on the amount of stuff, and I'm just scrolling through incredibly rapidly, there is quite a bit to dive into. I'm looking forward to seeing how far they take this. Clearly, Season 1 is focused around Heroes of Reach, so it's very stylized in noble colors and in the armor and the stylization of Noble Team. I suspect you will see a season dedicated to each of the games. I suspect you'll see a season dedicated to the Covenant, and you'll see a season dedicated to vehicles and all these other things. The sky's the limit. I don't know the time limit on how long this battle pass lasts. It seems like it's going to be quite a while. As you was with most battle passes, when you start to get up towards the end, that's when you start to get the really, really cool stuff. Like this one, particularly Judgment Flame. Looks like you have some kind of mythic movement behind you. Looks like you're running around and fire's coming up behind you, fire's coming out. We'll see how distracting this ultimately gets, if they're going to have to tone this down a little bit or if they're going to go all in. I could say that as a huge fan of the Master Chief Collection. There are a litany of customizations. They just added the actual Xbox console as back armor. It doesn't detract from the game in any way. You're still focused so much on shooting and fighting and running and gunning. Yes, you notice it, but I think the way that they've done the overlays here with the UI, that enemies now have this kind of red or blue by default glow around them. I think a lot of these over-the-top customizations will get lost in there, which I'm okay with. But I still think it's a great way to express yourself as a Spartan. And speaking of the express yourself as a Spartan, we now have, kind of a full suite of what we can expect to do with our Spartan. So I think what most Spartans will probably focus on initially is their service tag and the voice that they have. You can get different nameplates and customizations that show off as well when you get a kill or when the game loads. And you're going to have, right now there's only a couple stances, but as you can see with the Battle Pass, we'll be unlocking additional stances. So you can look fabulous in your Spartanry. There's also the same level of changes I believe we saw to the Spartan body type. A little frustrated here. I'm assuming this is the female model because the waist is a little thinner, maybe Model 1. I would have liked to see a little bit more emphasis on the females, although I am glad now they did add female voices. So there are about, I think maybe 10 voices or so, but a few of them actually are females. So at least you can sound like a female, even though you're going to be built like a brick house dude, which is okay. So some of the other customizations include different types of prostheses that you can have. Left arm, left leg, right leg. You can change how your character looks. Obviously, with all the armor customization, you can begin to change, what different parts of your Spartan look like in terms of, different helmets and different types of shoulder pads and there's a lot here. Different types of gloves, different types of shoulder pads, forearm pads, knee pads, color schemes, emblems, palettes, and they've now added other armor cores. So you totally changed the template altogether. So this is the default Mark 7 armor core. Looks like they've added a Mark 5 beta armor core and looks like a feudal Japanese kind of looking armor core, which looks absolutely insane. So, and each of these will have their own set of customizations. They're still loading a lot of this in. This data is not quite yet available. But there's going to be a litany of ways to make your Spartan pop. So, just in terms of pure customization, I think they have done a phenomenal job. Even with weapons, too, you're going to be able to start getting other upgrades and color schemes on your weapons. Nothing on the model here yet. Different types of charms you hang off from the side of your weapon. Different spray paints you want to put, different sort of emblems, all which unlock through the battle pass as well, and even potentially some kill effects. So when you kill somebody, they'll, like in this one, they just incinerate into a ball of flame, which sounds insanely cool. And you're going to be able to do that for every single weapon in the game. And let me tell you, there are a lot of weapons to modify. Also, and I don't think they've really implemented this system quite yet, clearly not, it's all blank here, is we will eventually start to see even additional upgrades on your vehicles. So your Warthog can have different sorts of bumpers and different emblems spray painted on them when you get in, even different color palettes as well. So expect more of that to kind of work its way through the system as well. Again, this just dropped today. Everyone is so excited to get out there and play Halo, and I hope you guys are too. And I hope you found this video informative. If you did, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about the full suite of Halo Infinite customizations. I am largely impressed. I think they've done a phenomenal job, and I know the gameplay backs it up. Expect a ton more Halo content from me. I have a lot to say on this game, a lot of peripherals and consoles and controllers and all these wonderful things that are eventually going to show up in the mail that I want to talk to you guys about. So if you are a fan of Halo, stay tuned to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.